And I did 2 different chains that day. And what I did is I hand filed a chain, like right down on one side, right down to the line almost, and the other side. So it blew the theory right out of, oh, you're cutting at an angle, that's your filing, young fella. Well, okay, let's test that. So just hear me out. This is all I'm saying to you, and I mean this straight goods. Have your own experience. Don't just watch my video and listen to me and watch me what I do. That's great, but go out and try it so that you can say, well, I heard Buckin say that. Well, I could be wrong. I could just be saying it. I ain't, you know I ain't, because you see it on the videos, but do you know what I mean by that though? Like have your own experience it yourself, so that you can go, I actually did that, and he was right. It did what he said it. So it's just, that's knowledge to me. The rest of it is, if you haven't done it, it's someone else's experience. It's someone else's experience. Reading a book is someone else's experience or opinion. I can't live like that. I need to live this way. I do it. So anyways, that video, I'm rambling like I do quite often. That chain, Iron Horse, I think it was before your time, before you came to the channel, I think, because you're old.
You had 5,000 subscribers.
Maybe. Yeah.
Right in there.
I think so. So anyways, regardless, I pulled one chain right back, and the other side was almost new.
Yeah, because I remember when that came out.
Yeah, and I really showed it. I was like, look at, this is it. And I grabbed a hot rod power saw, I put the bar, a 32-inch bar, and I cut a sliver off of a 30-inch round, okay?
Less than a quarter of an inch thick.
Straight through the log to the ground. And I had the camera here, like you couldn't, I hope that was a good video. You know what I'm talking about. I don't think it could be more obvious that it's got nothing to do with your teeth length.
It does not.
You know, so when you, that got me going. That helped me start my YouTube channels when because I wasn't gonna go out, not one of those guys that, you know, but I seen too many of them, all these sharpening videos, and I said, I gotta straighten this out, man. That's true, I'm serious. I'm just telling you. I just was like, I gotta get some information out there for these people. And the reason I did that was because power saws are fun to run, man. They're fun to run. You don't have to struggle. Filing is a nemesis for a lot of people. It's got nothing to do with the strokes and the teeth being the same size and all that stuff. It don't. You've been logging for 30, 40 freaking years.
Production logging, you don't give a rat's butt how long them teeth are, because you got to care about your depth gauge to tooth relationship is the only thing that counts.
That's it.
If you get where that you suffer long enough, you can actually learn to do that
precisely. The program.
Okay.
The one we go through.
But I mean that suffer long enough.
Yeah. What the hell's going on here? Forget it. I'm buying a new bar and a new chain.
Yeah. And you know how long that works? That works till that's halfway back.
That's right. You got it.
So you're giving this old logger all these half wore out chains.
That's right.
Because they ain't no good.
No.
Not to you, but
you know what he did, right?
Yeah.
And finally, before he retires, he goes, Harvey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell you something. Oh, well, that was dumb. And it makes the light goes on, Buckin.
Yeah.
You know, don't it?
And that's the process, though. That's a process. A logger or an aspiring woodsman or someone like you that said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to climb trees, right? Yep. And I'm going to do this for a living. Well, it's all about this shit right here, man. It's all about the filing. It's what it is. If you can't get these things straightened out, it's going to be a frustrating gig. It's going to be a frustrating gig. So, I mean, and then that other one I done, I ground the chain. I did a brand new chain. I hand filed one side, and I ground the other side. Remember what happened? So,
right there, proof. There's nothing to talk about on that one, is there?
Ground chain cuts faster than hand file. That's what that said, because the power saw went. Mwop.
Hey, did you bring a ground chain for a 32?
No, I didn't. No, but I thought somebody was going to bring a grinder, and I don't want to kick the guy in the nuts on this, but.
Hey, it's out of the box.
Is it? Is this pre-ground chain?
No, it's steel's out of the box.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Pre-ground.
Yep.
Garbage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't cut. You buy a round file chain and then chisel file if you want to do it by hand.
I shouldn't say it doesn't cut, but if you've seen...
It doesn't compare to a real ground chain,
No.
a real square file
And their production, I get it. They're flamming them out, right? Like there's no corner. You know what a ground chain looks like. You
Cuts
can.
better than round out of the box. I'll give you that.
What's that?
I said cuts better than round
And
out
it will.
of the box.
It will absolutely. But there's.
I'm learning to hand file, and I couldn't. It's hard to learn, and I figured I might be better off starting with a square ground chain.
Well, if you're doing, I don't hand square file, and I'm gonna, because this old bastard here is gonna send me a file. And, so I'm gonna, but see, a guy like me, I'll probably pick up on it a little quicker because I know the system.
Can you get one of them on the plane? Or a couple of them?
Did you see that picture I sent you?
Yankee Doodle's the man.
The picture of that tooth.
Yanks
I might
got
even
one
have
of
it.
them.
I did. Yeah, that's right. Right there, I was dumbfounded you could do that with a grinder. I didn't know you could.
Well, you showed me, and that's the only reason I sent you that picture, because you hand filed one, and you showed me a picture, and I went,
well, that looks familiar.
And I said, yeah, but your side beak was quite a bit more, you know what I mean, like more pronounced, a real big hook in it.
Yeah.
Where ours, we don't grind like that. We get a little teeny side beak, and what that means is the two angles on the grinder. You guys see me doing a grinding? You grind the side and you grind the top. And what it does is it comes in and it's supposed to meet at the top
corner
and the side, where the top plate and the side plate meets. That's where you see it, just a line. You can actually look at it. And here it's just not there, probably because the stone at the factory is just, you got to dress the buggers, eh? You need to dress your stone, or you may as well just round file it. So ground chain cuts like mad, and that's when you guys hear me on the channel talking full house grind, that's what it is, full house. This is skip, but this is full house here. So when I'm falling, I run full house grind. You clean a Dutchman out. You know when you're falling a tree and you go to, Humboldt, you put your first cut in. I don't know if it'll be the same on conventional. You go to clean out that Dutchman, when you cuts don't meet and you're going to clean that out and it keeps skipping off the wood and jumping up into the apex. Ground chain, it just digs in now. It cleans out Dutchmans and little bits of wood like mad. It changes everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, you can imagine though, right? Like, I mean, think about that. It's so sharp. It just bites wood now. Yeah.
There's a couple of you here that are logger. You hardwood logger. Do you lean yours forward when you're chisel filing?
About 15.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You mean
That's
15
what
back?
I'm trying to tell you.
About 15 on the side plate.
Yeah.
Back.
Yes.
Interesting.
Until winter.
Right.
Then you don't want to do that.
Then 5?
If I'm cutting a lot of hickory, I'll bring my angle a little forward. If you're cutting soft,
Are you talking hand filing or
hand?
Hand.
Yeah, but
I've
he
never
uses
used
square
a grinder.
file.
He uses square for
This
production,
angle,
and he hand files all of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, this angle right here.
Yeah, there's one right there.
This is that right here. This is the angle for hardwood in the east.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes.
If you tried doing that far forward, you wouldn't have any luck, would you? You have to bring it slight. You got to about follow that line on the back of the tooth, don't you?
I always stay in that area.
Yeah.
Oh, always.
They're slow in this hardwood.
Yeah.
You got to bring that forward because that tooth passes through there. You're also undercutting that, and you'll see the front of this angle forward, not straight up. The angle's forward. Now that works in hardwood. And you are going to be really cutting.
But here's the thing.
No,
You're
I
calling
get
forward,
all
I'm
of them
calling
at the same
back.
time. They're kind of,
We're
It's
saying
the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay.
Well, that's because you're West Coast. I'm East
it's almost
Coast.
like a debate.
Yeah, you call it forward because your tips, because the tip forward.
Yeah.
And I call it back because we're
Because
grinding.
it's going back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Some bitch.
So that's what. So that's what the whole trick is.
Yeah.
But don't try that in the winter.
No.
The only thing worse than a frozen maple tree is when it's only half frozen, isn't it? A frozen tree is a booger. And half frozen is worse because, man, you're fighting that and you're going in. It's frozen about that deep, and all of a sudden you hit free space, and the darn thing will start chattering. Oh, it'll bust teeth off.
Yeah.
And it's just about your feet.
I don't file mine all the way back with the square file because they do break off quicker.
They do.
So when I get so far back, I just use a round file to finish it out.
Yeah. I'll save them chains that last 2 filings. I'll save them for the landing, for muddy
That's
log
what I
or
do
something.
mine. Yeah.
And then
We
this.
still buck by hand, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
it.
we buck out back
I
skidders.
bought a grinder hoping I could
It's,
convert it to square, and I just haven't got that far yet.
Well,
It's an old old Foley bell saw. It's made for round file grinding. But I got a wheel I can dress. I don't think I can get it laid over horizontally.
We could
far
probably
enough
load it
without
20 if we
wheel
wanted
hitting
really or more.
are you talking
You know.
about for a square ground chain?
Yeah,
You gotta-
making square.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I
'Cause
don't
we
have a
dress 'em.
Sylvie like you got. Those,
Yeah, you need to dress the 2 sides.
One, they're expensive.
Oh yeah.
And it's a hobby for me, but they don't have them on the East Coast. You can't
Well, this
find
is
them.
what I hear. Is there not?
There's not a lot of square grinding.
Listen, I'm telling you something.
sounds like
Harvey tells me.
The
I
vinyl
love
costs
it.
too damn much. That's the only reason I don't.
It's awesome, man.
Get it right out.
No,
man.
I'm glad you're here, man, because
Okay.
here's a guy. How old are you?
58.
He's 58 years old.
Come on. Talk
The
straight.
relationship, you gotta understand, getting shit kicked in logging, it's not a matter of if you're gonna get hit, it's when.
Exactly.
And everybody gets it.
If you dream about being a logger, tag you're at, my friend.
You know, and it's not, you know, just bang, 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 close call, smack, crack, bang, but you get it. But here, my point is here he is, you know. And when I saw you doing that video, when you got down that, we were getting out of the muffler and you were getting closer to buckinstock. He put his chaps on. Did you see him start moving? He was getting going there. It's good to see, man. I mean that from my heart, because this stuff doesn't leave you. I talk to old loggers all the time, and you should see them light up, man, when they start talking about the glory days. I'm 50 years old. I'm not old and I'm not young, but I like to hang around older people. I like to hang around old loggers. The knowledge, it just, man.
You just don't know it. Yeah, you're
It's crazy. Like,
You did
and
like a 3-part series with Bobby Walker
well,
talking
that's the
about the
thing
old
with
stuff. That was
Bobby,
awesome.
like, you know, but I mean, even me, like,
even saw builders that way, loggers. Talking
Yeah.
to old loggers is special.
you know, I was cutting a long time before I ran into Bear Claw, my mentor there. Like back in the day, I file a mean saw, I file a fine saw. But at that time, I wasn't running a raker gauge, and he'd said to me, some of you have heard this story, but he'd been grinding chain. For years, he just grinds full house, and I got the opportunity to follow them, and I got pinched. And he come over to cut me out and passed me a saw. And at that time, I was running the same bars and all that.
Hire a guy to hold that for you?
And
I don't
no
need it.
raker gauge.
Well, me none.
So he passed me a saw and I cut myself out. And I swear to God, it was like butter was in my hands. He passed it down to me because we were in big wood. So I'm down now. I got pinched. So I'm down there trying to get my saw out. Well, he come walking along the log. So he's up here, right? So he's looking down at me, and I'm down there pinched in the log. It happens, eh? Oh, gotcha. So, yeah, he passes me a saw, and you got to understand, this guy, he's a legend where we're from. He is. He's just a legend. He don't smile much. He's just a great guy. So he passes me a saw, and I cut myself out. And as soon as I hit the wood, like as soon as I hit the wood, you could just feel it. It's just butter. And he looked at me. He knew it was coming. He knew it was coming, just like I know it when it's the same shit. It goes down the line. It's beautiful stuff. It's beautiful.
I remember the day when I got so good at filing I couldn't learn anymore. I remember that day.
Damn.
And I was quite young. An old guy, couldn't walk. I'm watching him. He's running an old freaking skidder about ready to fall him too. Over on the other side. We rolled our skidder that day, by the way. And old Dave Vanderhoof was running. Sorry, Dave. I had to let the cat out of the bag. Jeff never did know who did that. Hi, Jeff. You don't know. But you fired him years ago, so it don't matter. Okay, anyways, let me get back to this. This old guy's 70 years old, and I'm so good at filing and cutting this. I'm a bear, man. I mean, there wasn't nobody going to lick me. You couldn't hurt me. A tree couldn't get me. Nothing would ever happen. I'd tip over as Superman. I'd back up. Get swatted by a spring pole. Whop. That's it. He came over and he looked at me, and he said, yeah, we'll pull your skidder back over. So he did. He winced, and he's up here looking, right? He goes, you guys are cutting all the female trees. I go, what? He says, man, you guys shouldn't be doing it. He goes, we're listening to him. He said, you don't even know how to tell, do you? You look at the crotch. Well, anyway, he says, you don't know how to sharpen yet. He says, grab my saw. He says, block that off. And then he said, I won't get your attention, so he did. You know what? He hurt my feelings terrible. He did. That old crotchety thing, it has cut like mad. You could hold it with one hand, just pull the trigger and suck itself in and never bog us. Like, how you do that? So he proceeded to tell me, for the next 5 or 7 days, he'd come over, you learn anything yet? Well, that's when I got it. Of course, I found out 6 months later his game was he was a real smooch, and he found when people was on vacation, move in, cut some timber, leave. But he knew how to sharpen a saw.
Oh yeah.
But I was good till then I wasn't so good.
Yeah, the humble pie tastes terrible.
Oh, yeah. It was a bad moment, but it was a good thing.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know how to tell a male from a female tree before that either.
They got everybody looking around.
So if anybody, I know last year that we did some extensive kind of filing stuff, some hand filing stuff, and we'll do that again tomorrow and send her whenever if anybody's into having a poke at that or share your knowledge and swap back some stuff. Any questions, lay them down. So I think we're gonna. Me and my mom and my boy are going to play a couple of tunes here in the next little bit. I think we're playing around 6:30. So I'm gonna try and get a morsel or two in my gut before I do that. So I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? Settles you down a bit and you get food in you. So I'm gonna go find a morsel. And I think 6:30 is when we're jamming. Again, thank you all so much for coming, everybody.
Buckin?
Sincerely. What the hell's that?